What's up, everyone? Welcome back to A Line in the Stars. I'm Jordan, and welcome to our new series, Star Trek Resurgence. I've had my eye on this game for quite a while now. It was kind of overshadowed earlier in, I guess it was midpoint 2023 last year, and it was overshadowed because, well, there's this game called Star Wars Jedi Survivor that came out about a month or two beforehand, and everyone was still playing it when this game came out. I have not seen much about this. I don't know much about this game. I do know that it's kind of like a telltale sort of game. Not a telltale, but, you know, a sort of narrative-driven story where, you know, you have some quick-time events and the decisions that you make have consequences for the rest of the game. Otherwise, story-wise, I have no idea. I've had my eye on it. I've looked for playthroughs. I have just tried to see what, you know, you could find out there on YouTube, and not a lot of people are playing it, and so I think here is my opportunity. Star Trek Online has not been cooperative with me. It seems like the days that I would like to go in and record that series, it's updating. And in a true MMO fashion, it's updating like 2 to 3 times a week in the mornings, which is when I like to record video games. And so I've just had zero opportunity to do so. And so I want to get Star Trek as a video game series up on the channel. You know, video games are a very slight thing of what we do here. But, you know, it's something that I've always wanted to do. And since this is my channel, I'm gonna do it. And so even if no one is watching, and I hope you do, but even if no one is watching, this is for me, just because there is not a Star Trek Resurgence gameplay out there that I've been able to find that I've really enjoyed so far. So as we're going along, you know, where I can, I will fill in what lore we have. I'll kind of figure out where we sit in the timeline. I know this is post-Nemesis, and I guess it's post-Nemesis, pre-Romulan supernova, so probably somewhere in the era of, probably just before Lower Decks, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we'll talk a little lore, we'll try to explore, you know, a little bit of, you know, the exploration, I guess, back into this era of Star Trek. Now, and the thing that really sucks about Star Trek for us gamers is that there is not a very good Star Trek game out there. I'm hoping that this changes that. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright, so the relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. Very nice. Looks nice. That's cool. Oh.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4.
57931, okay.
The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
The music's
They're ready for
right.
something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Ooh.
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Wow, that looks really good. Wow. Ooh. Huh. Nice catch. Me.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
Dude,
But
and
these
you
little
joined
shuttles
Starfleet?
are the worst.
You don't like flying. And yet, you joined Starfleet.
There's a reason I'm not a pilot.
You should try it sometime.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
Huh.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
Hmm.
So am I.
Nice. Very cool.
It won't be easy for
Another
Chara
end
to
of class.
step in at the 11th hour like this.
Animation's
She's half
great.
the officer I knew she could become when she was a
Excelsior
cadet at
class.
Starfleet Academy.
That was a
She'll be the
Soyuz class up
Exo
there.
she needs
Yeah.
right now.
Or is that a steam runner? Hmm. The Sentinel. Oh, cool. Looks like a Centaur class back there. Which is basically just a cousin of the Excelsior. It's an Excelsior saucer section with nacelles underneath it. It's kind of cool. Ooh, petty officer. Okay. Starbase 128.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
You can say that. Wow, would you look at this? I mean, oh my god. Wow. This looks really good. Very authentic. Cool. Security checkpoint. Awesome.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway,
If
I
anybody knows what
finished
that
in the
means.
top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Very nice.
So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough.
I love those
But
uniforms.
you know, I set my mind to it,
They
and
look
it
so
paid off.
good. You got the Starbase L cars. That's kind of cool. The blue theme.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Huh.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait,
Kobliad.
you're Jara Rydek?
Oh.
You absolutely
Kobliad.
crushed the
That
Torvalin
name
test.
sounds familiar. The nose
You
ridges.
finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just
Ensign.
came off the shuttle
Ensign.
and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine. Ensign,
Paul Calloway.
good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Cool. That was really cool. Cool little interaction. Ermont. Sounds like a bullion name. Storm report. That's cool.
Good day, Commander.
Hi. Yeah, so that's the schematic of the Centaur class, although it looks like there's an additional thing on the bottom of the hull. It looks like an engineering section. The Centaur class was, man, it's probably one of the longer serving classes in Starfleet. You didn't see it too often. You saw it briefly in an episode of Deep Space Nine, specifically when Sisko is in command of the Jem'Hadar ship, and they're behind enemy lines, and the Starfleet ship that attacks them is a Centaur class. Looks a little different, but as you can see, if you look at the top, it's basically just an Excelsior saucer section with nacelles underneath it. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool looking ship. Wonder if that's our hero ship. Look at this. Oh, I'm just nerding out. This is so cool. Oh, man. Alright, I'm glad I did this. It was a little bit pricey of a game, but hey, you know. This is great. Oh, cool.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a bully.
Yeah, see?
So I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
I knew it. Man, I'm good at Star Trek.
You're going to the Resolute too?
Yeah. Let the ship out.
Oh, look at this. Oh, it is our hero ship. We just keep seeing Resolute stuff. So NCC 92317. Repair status is at 75%. Okay. Cool, cool. What do we got here? Lost crewman.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
You're not going to miss
Look
ship's
here.
movement.
The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right.
They're emphasizing that ring kind of a little bit. Interesting. I wonder what that's all about.
Thanks so much, Commander.
Lower deckers. It's great. This is great. Look at this. It's such an attractive game. Feels really authentic. The uniforms look great. The animation of the characters looks really great. Oh, look at all these people get to talk to you. Cool. Who are you?
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there.
Petty officer.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Enlisted. Cool. What do we have here?
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Okay. Cool. This is really, really cool.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Huh. That's a weird thing for it to point out. Just saying.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's... Oh, man. Walked right through the middle of people, and you said, excuse me. Oh, my God, that's amazing. Yep, Ermont.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Nice.
Commander?
A commander is the operations officer.
Well,
Full.
there wasn't too much trouble getting here.
Full leaf commander.
The
Interesting.
storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit bumpy.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
Is that Bode? God damn it.
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
Huh. Research vessel. Huh.
I'll do my best to live up to expectations.
Research
you'll do
vessel.
just fine.
Centaur class or normal patrol ships.
If I can help in any way, just let me know.
That's the voice actor who voiced Bode in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Oh. Look at that. Oh, cool. A visible deflector array. They didn't have that on the original.
The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own.
I bet.
And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
Oh my goodness.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle.
Interesting.
Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
That's a big portion of the crew.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what it means to be a crew.
That's right.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose someone?
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that, I'll just say, you have big shoes to fill.
Got it. Understood.
Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time. And I'm glad you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
I'm gonna earn their trust.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me.
Yeah.
But I plan on winning them over.
I don't doubt that. I just figured it was better to know what you're walking into.
That's
Of course.
good heads up.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region.
Okay.
I'll let the captain brief you on board.
Hotari
I
region.
know he's eager to see you.
Will
Hotari
we
is
be
near
mission
the
ready in time?
We have every intention.
Klingon Romulan border,
The
if I'm
crew has
not
been working
mistaken.
around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much
How
to
would
do.
you look at that? God, that's a gorgeous looking ship. Okay. Quick time. Oh, second class.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
The torch is going to be this bad boy right here. I know my Star Trek. Yes. Yeah, fire that bad boy up. Fire! Fire! Okay, sorry. I'm such an idiot. I'm glad you guys watch this stuff, because it's amazing. Okay, cool. So it's a little quick time event, quick time game. Alright, Sasha. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to get in the very center here. Won't even let me do it. Oh yeah. Alright, let's grab it. And then we are going to... Oh, we're twisting the right stick. Now, we're gonna pull out. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna push that in, and then probably twist. Cool.
Is that?
Nice. We got our Rutherford on the ship. The lower decks. Oh man. It's great.
I thought the thing was totally fried.
Another petty officer. Cool, riding on top of a shuttle.
Nice work, Carter.
Showing where the storage
Nothing
thing.
super, Lily.
Yes, stuff they couldn't
And
show
not a
on Star
moment too
Trek.
soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Mom wants to be in engineering. Yeah, they can't show stuff like that in Star Trek because of just limitations. They store the shuttles underneath the shuttle bay in like racks, and then when they're ready to come out, they lift them up. And so a ship like this, the shuttle bay is probably encompassing probably 2 to 3 decks. Probably 2 decks and a good probably 10% of the internal structure. And so in order for them to have a fleet of ships, which is likely probably around 7 to 8 shuttles and a bunch of workers. Oh my god, they got a nacelle open. I will come. Hold on. God. Look at this. Oh.
Carter Diaz.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it,
Ah.
and then...
Oh my god, my nerd is
Now we're
just...
recalibrating. I'll leave you to it.
Alright. Yeah, I'll get there. Oh, cargo transporter.
Hurry up!
I want to look at the
Yeah,
cargo
can you give us
transporter.
some help with the transporter?
Oh, cool. Do I get to use the transporter
Scott,
controls?
we need
What?
to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it.
Ooh,
No problem.
minigame? Okay. Select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. The yellow bar indicates the stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Use R to aim and hold R2 to select and drag waypoints. Okay. So, we are going to...
Time's a-wasting.
This one here. I see. And we're going to take this one. Okay, cool. That one's fine. Nice.
No sweat.
Please let me use the controls.
Whoa, whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad.
Oh, man.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
Sounds like a Vulcan name. Alright. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. These are going to be plasma injectors? Oh, probe. Damn it. I'm not so smart. You curl, bro? You even lift, bruh? Looks like a bit of a...
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than zero G. You're welcome.
Huh. Bro. Definitely, like, Boimlering, for sure. Cool. Alright, anyway, let's go. I know. I know. Cool. Look at the design of the ship.
Good to see her fully operational again. And if she breaks, we'll just fix her.
Yep. Definitely a Rutherford, for sure. Well, don't...
Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage all the way to the turbo lift.
Not after the retrofit. Bulkhead cuts it off at Section 2. New computer reroutes.
So then...
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube. Then take the turbo lift from Section 2 to Section 3.
Oh, wait, there's a subfloor crossover around Junction 32E.
What do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just like being in the tubes. It's my domain.
Hey, need any help? Okay, good luck.
That's great. Jeffrey's tube access. Cool. I know. I know.
Engineering.
Oh.
I heard the new EXO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for is something
Chovak, yeah,
good.
definitely Vulcan.
I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
Hey, we can do
Being
anything.
upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
Master
Like we got
Systems
here
display.
before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you,
Oh,
Commander.
cool. Look at the warp
Petty
core.
officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late.
Huh.
We are all hands
Looks like a
on
Cochrane
deck right
type,
now,
warp
which means
core.
if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsolar on repeated occasions.
I'm sorry for the delay.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
Got it.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Huh. Uh-oh.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm.
You got it.
The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
We'll be ready.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job.
You got it.
Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these
Sensors?
disturbances will be more severe at our destination.
I love
the
that.
Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
Cool.
Oh, what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it.
Yeah, you're
and they're
worrying
going
too
to
much.
move on schedule.
You gotta have some faith, Lily. Starfleet Command wouldn't send us out if we weren't ready.
6 months ago, I probably would have said the same thing. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Here's a guy.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
Give them a chance. They have no choice.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship?
Yeah.
Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt.
Trauma's rough.
Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts.
Huh.
Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy.
Ooh.
Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah,
It's
coming
green.
back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Nice. Let's grab that.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
Man,
So what's the word?
so
Are you
authentic.
back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still
Security
running
officer.
with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
I wonder if there's something there between them.
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
Cool. The music. Star Trek 2-esque, for sure. Look at the Miranda class right there. Oh man, this is great. It doesn't have the bar. Oh, it does. It does. Cool. Oh man.
Have you never gets old.
No, I'm sure it wouldn't.
Let's go.
Although, I'm sure the first time I ever saw it, oh, look at that. There are definitely brown pants moments for sure. Okay. Cool. Man. Look at the detail on the ship, it's amazing. Right into the ready room? Oh.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Got it. Let's look around, shall we?
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Foreshadow.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Big old Geo in the background there. LCARS. If you all didn't know what LCARS stands for, Library Computer Access and Retrieval System. Super cool. LCARS is what replaced the Duotronic system, which is what you saw in the original series through Star Trek VI. The Ambassador class was the one of the very first classes to introduce LCARS, which is pretty cool. The Ambassador class, actually, just as an aside, was a huge test bed and basically pioneered all the future tech, specifically for the Galaxy class, but a lot of other ships in the time benefited from that, so pretty cool. Captain's tricorder is just open on the table. God, some nice linear chips there. That's pretty cool. Very nice. I wonder if I could pick out the ship name over there. Let me try to figure out. I know I'm supposed to be doing things here and I'm geeking out. I can't help it. So we're going to examine the window. I cannot pick out the registry on the Miranda class back there.
We'll be out there soon. Going where no one has gone before.
By this point, the Miranda class is almost out of commission. Huh.
Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy.
Oh, wow.
You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
Huh.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
This is enough for me.
But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months.
Yeah.
The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I don't know the details.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained. Probably because they want to protect me.
Huh.
But I don't mind telling you. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there.
What, sustained warp 8, possibly?
Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
Crew knew the risks.
We all know the risks when we sign up. There are no guarantees, as much as we tell ourselves otherwise.
True. But as captain, my job is to mitigate and manage the risks as much as possible. And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
You can rely on me. I'm not comfortable with this.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna
But
get.
at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look,
You're the captain.
I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't.
Bro.
I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here.
Cannot
We need
manage
a
selfishly. Lead
Something
selfishly.
to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Surprise,
Exactly.
surprise.
Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
Who's the
But
diplomat?
the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
They're cagey, so I bet you
I
it's someone
expect
cool.
we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
I'd be honored.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Always got to do the work.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Got it. All right, and on that note, my friends, this has been a blast. I am really surprised that this game has surprised me as much as it has. It's stunning. It's beautiful. The story feels true and authentic. They've done enough foreshadowing and, you know, plot dropping here and there to really, like, get me interested. The ship is fascinating. The crew is fascinating. And I gotta say, this is a great start. I'm super excited about it. So, all that said, my friends, I just want to say thank you. I know that there was a million things you could have done today, and instead you spent a couple of minutes watching me play a video game, which to me is pretty damn cool. If you guys have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, please leave them down below. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. Oh, and my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you have a wonderful day in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be. And just remember to always live long and prosper.